Review Relay, and we're here today to talk about Fury. Fury is a 2014 American war film set during World War II, written and directed by David Ayer. The film stars Brad Pitt, the handsome guy who's married to Angelina Jolie. Everyone knows who he is. And Shia LaBeouf, our baby from Transformers. You know how we missed him. We're glad to see him back at work, and we're wishing him the best of luck in his continued success. Logan Lerman was also in Noah, that film that was done earlier this year about the ship, biblical based. Then there's John Bernthal, Michael Peña, Joseph Isaac, and Scott Eastwood, which everybody knows is the son of the big movie legend, right? All right, so there's a brief written setup. We read that the film is set during World War II, and the United States was outgunned and outmanned. Everybody was discouraged, people dying everywhere. And here were these German tanks, and the tanks are brand new, the highest state of the art, because Germany had been compiling these weapons for years. This was well planned, So when the movie opens, you see a lone horseman riding toward us on the horizon. And at first you can't recognize him. He's that far away, then the sun is there. It's beautiful, actually, beautifully shot. Cinematography is very nice, by the way. And as this gunman approaches you, the shot widens up, and you realize that it's the Brad Pitt's character, who is War Daddy, and he's amongst the remains and the aftermath of a very fierce battle. There's 100, maybe thousands of dead bodies strewn everywhere, and when War Daddy spots a German soldier who appears to be injured but not quite dead, he viciously finishes him off. And when I tell you, I've always said this, and most movie guys, all you movie fans, you know this too. However a movie starts, they're setting the tone. And when I tell you the way that War Daddy, Brad Pitt, killed this guy was so vicious, yeah, you knew it was going to be a vicious picture. You knew it was going to be very violent, and it is. This has to be one of the most violent pictures I've ever seen in my life. And as you can see, I've been alive a little bit, So I have to say that it showed the ugliness of war in its worst state. Blood, spit up. I can't say this enough. Don't eat dinner before you go. I mean, it's a good movie, but yes, you have to have a very strong stomach, because between the violence, the spitting up, and just death all around you, yeah, that's the whole movie. It's like one day in war. No, really. The setup is a War Daddy must train a typist, someone who's like a fish out of water, to help him to fight the Germans, because everybody else is dead. He has a few comrades that's left, and they're all trying to combat this German defense, which they're figuring is around 300 or 500 people. They're like I said at the beginning, they're outnumbered, outmanned. So yeah, this one typist is holding all of this weight of this entire war in his hands, because that's how important this defensive is at this time in the war. It's near the end, and they need to win this, Okay, and the tank is called Fury. That was like at the very beginning too, so you'll see it. But anyway, that's not a big spoiler. I mean, you'll see it on the trailers. But what I want to say about the film is so well done. I have to say that. 5 being the best, 1 being the worst, Fury easily comes in at a 4.5. Because even though I don't like war pictures, you leave this movie feeling as if you've been there. And when you go to the movies, that's what you go to the movies for. How do you feel? How does that movie, how's that scene, that artistry make you feel? So you're going to see this, and when I tell you, you're going to come out just devastated by what you've seen, But it's a good movie. You can't deny it. All right, so enjoy it. After I've said all that, right? After I've said all that, yeah. Please enjoy the blood and the gore. I know after I've said all that, now you're saying, but yeah, you're going to enjoy it, but it's a war movie. I mean, you like Private Ryan. That was a movie too that had a lot of blood and gore, but everybody said, oh, it's wonderful, it's great. Okay, so this is in that vein. Double it, multiply it maybe 2 or 3 times, because there was a lot. That's all I can tell you. Yeah, so just be prepared for that. But you'll enjoy it. Okay, and the next movie we saw, well, if that's too bloody for you, you can see a movie called The Book of Life. So, The Book of Life is a delightful film. It's animation, but you can see it.